Now let us start with the sixth experiment, which is detection of acidic radicals. So we are starting with lead, Pb2+. For that we are taking the salt, which is lead nitrate. And we know that lead nitrate has a characteristic features which you have seen in class 9, that it gives a cracking sound when heated directly, and the respective gas, which is nitrogen dioxide and oxygen, is evoluted. So this is the characteristic feature of this salt. Now salt solution is prepared in general, and I am taking around 5 ml of the salt solution in a test tube fitted to a test tube holder. I hope you can see it is 5 ml around approximately. To that I am adding ammonium hydroxide. Let us see what is the observation in my test tube. So we see that white PPT is arising in the test tube. So this is the analytical chemistry where chalky white PPT is observed as we add NH4OH to the salt solution. Now to another part of the solution, I will take 10 drops of the salt solution, approximate 5 ml, and to that I will add potassium chromate, which is already made in the solution form, K2CrO4, yellowish coloration. Let us see what is the observation. We are adding drop wise. So we see the curdy precipitate of yellow color. Definitely lead chromate is formed. So all of you can observe the precipitate. Fine yellow color is formed. So this is confirmation that Pb2+ is present. One more confirmatory test. Another part of the solution is added. Again we will take around 10 drops of the salt solution from the original solution, and we will add potassium iodide, which is Ki, and let us see what is the color of the precipitate formed. So we are adding, and we see orangish yellow precipitate is formed in the test tube, which shows that the given salt contains Pb2+ ion. And this is the sixth experiment of your practical.
Now we'll start with the experiment number 7, that is the test for copper ion, Cu2+ ion. For that we need salt, copper salt. So here we have taken copper 2 nitrate salt, which is blue in color. We have already prepared the solution of the salt, and the salt is crystalline in nature, blue color, crystalline in nature. You can see the salt here, crystalline salt, and we have already prepared the solution of the salt. It's blue in color. So first test we'll do, we'll take the few drops of, suppose 10 drops of the salt solution. To this we'll add a solution of sodium hydroxide, NaOH, solution of sodium hydroxide. Now you can see a pale blue precipitate. It's pale blue precipitate due to the formation of copper hydroxide. If we add excess of NaOH also, the precipitate doesn't dissolve. That is, the pale blue precipitate doesn't dissolve in excess of NaOH. Now if you perform the same experiment with NH4OH, we'll get the same color precipitate, but as you know that you have already studied that in excess of NH4OH, the precipitate gets dissolved due to the formation of a complex copper salt. Now for the another confirmatory test, again we have to take the salt solution of the salt, and to this we have to add a solution of potassium ferrocyanide, K4FeCN6, potassium ferrocyanide. So we have already prepared a solution over here, potassium ferrocyanide, and just add the solution. And you can see here chocolate brown precipitate. Chocolate color precipitate, gelatinous precipitate. It confirms that the salt given to us contains copper ion. This is the confirmatory test for the copper ion. That is, to the salt solution we have to add a solution of potassium ferrocyanide. You can see that light yellow color solution to this will get here chocolate brown precipitate. It confirms the salt given to us is copper ions. This salt contains copper ions. Yes. Now we will do the flame test for copper ion. For the flame test of copper ion, we need the salt of copper, so copper nitrate salt, and we have to make the paste of the salt in concentrated HCl. So I have already made the paste of the salt. Before that, we have to take nichrome wire or platinum wire. We have to make a loop with the help of pencil, and we just heat the loop of the wire to remove the impurities present in it. So we just heat it to remove all the impurities which are present in the loop of the wire, and we have to dip it in concentrated HCl, and again we have to heat to remove all the impurities. You can see the change in color of the flame due to the salt present in the loop of the wire. So we have to heat it several times to remove the impurities present in the loop. You can see the change in the color of the flame due to the impurities present in the loop of the wire. Still you can see the change in the color of the flame. Now we will take the salt, the paste of the salt in the loop, and we bring in contact with the flame. Now you can see the change in the color of the flame, peacock green color. This is the confirmatory test for copper ion, the color of the flame. Clear? You can see the color of the flame turning peacock green. It proves the salt contains copper.
Students, now we begin with the 8th experiment, that is detection of Fe+2. For that we are taking iron 2 heptahydrate, that is FeSO4.7H2O, and we are preparing a stock solution which is already made in distilled water or plain water, and that solution I am adding around 5 ml. I took a clean test tube and I am taking around 5 ml of that solution. To that solution I am adding sodium hydroxide dropwise. Let us see what is the color of the precipitate. So we get dirty green precipitate, which on exposure to air will become brownish because Fe+2 gets oxidized to Fe+3. So as we keep it in the open air, gradually the color of the PPT will change and it will change into brownish color. So that observation we will see afterwards. Now I will begin with the confirmatory test of Fe+2. In another test tube, I am taking around 5 ml of the salt solution from this beaker, that is iron 2 heptahydrate. To this solution, I am adding potassium ferricyanide K3FeCN6, and this is the solution which is made, and I will add dropwise. Let us see what is the observation in my left hand test tube. So we see the blue coloration, that is formation of PPT. Now if I add more, you will be able to see more clearly. So blue PPT arises. This is the confirmatory test for ferrous ion.
Now we will start with experiment number 9, that is the test for Fe3 plus ion, that is ferric ions. For ferric ion we need a ferric salt, so here we have taken FeCl3 salt. So we have to prepare the solution of the given salt. So here I have already prepared the solution of the salt. You can see the color of the salt solution, it is brown in color. So to this we will add, first we will go for analytical test. So we will add here NaOH to the given salt solution. So here just few drops of salt solution we have taken. Now to this I will just add here NaOH. First slowly. Now you can see here brown precipitate. So when we will add excess here also, the precipitate does not get dissolved. So clear? You can see the precipitate over here, brown precipitate, reddish brown precipitate. Now for conformity test, we have to take the solution of the salt in another test tube. Salt solution. Now to this we have to add a solution of potassium ferrocyanide K4FeCN6. So here ready-made solution of potassium ferrocyanide is there. I'll just add it. See the observation. Now you can see here the solution turns blue in color. The color of the solution is blue. It proves that the salt given to us is a salt of iron, that is Fe3 plus. Clear? Fe3 plus iron.
Okay, now let us observe the last experiment, that is experiment number 10, which contains Zn2 plus zinc ion. So for that definitely the salt has to be zinc based, that is zinc chloride we have taken, and this is the solution of the salt which I have taken in a beaker, and now I am adding around 5 ml of that solution in a test tube, and then we will add NaOH dropwise, and we will see a white gelatinous precipitate is formed. I hope you can see the observation. When we will add in excess, finally the precipitate will get dissolved gradually. So this is presence of Zn2 plus. Now for confirmatory test, we are taking another test tube, and I am adding again around 5 ml of the salt solution which is prepared in the beaker, and to that I am adding potassium ferrocyanide. First slowly, you see the dirty white precipitate appears. When I add more, you will be able to see the precipitation. So this is the dirty white precipitate of Zn plus 2, which states that the given salt contains Zn2 plus ion.